All right, hello, gang. Am I audible? Can I be heard? Hello, Roxanne. Hello, Super Dark. Hello, Cause. Welcome, everyone else. Today, we're gonna keep reading Flower Gothic Absolutely Hates Herself and reads cursed Swedish monarchy fanfiction. This time on Tumblr, so you know it's gonna be garbage. And so far it has been garbage. We have found some, implied incest. Though I kind of blame that on the author not knowing how sibling relationships work. And, major time skips that exist for some ungodly reason. But I also found a character bio page that I did not see last time. So we're gonna read that first so we can get a better sense as to what the fuck these people are. Or who the fuck these people are. You get my point. It's cold for once today and I'm living for it. Woohoo! Is it not letting me... Hang on. Boop, 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 boop. I hate this. I'm doing some zooming, like, real quick. So give me, like, a couple seconds. Okay, this is probably the best it's gonna get. Here we go. Character bios. Prince Isaac Gustav Sebastian Walther of Sweden, Duke of Uppland, born January 2, 1989. Okay, it's an American. Only America really uses that dating system. In Drottningholm Palace to King Carl Gustaf and Queen Sylvia. He has 3 siblings. You know them. It's Victoria, Carl Philip, and Madeline. He was named a Knight Grand Officer of the Order of Charles XIII from birth, and he's also a Knight of the Royal Order of the Seraphim and Knight Commander of the Order of the Polar Star, as is tradition for people in the House of Bernadotte, if I recall correctly. He was a surprise baby for the king and queen, and as the baby of the family, he is quite spoiled. The fic was written in 2016. Yeah, probably. I think it was, actually. However, no one would know that by his actions. Please fuck off. He's extremely close with his siblings, but especially Carl Philip. That's why he wanted to follow in his sister Madeline's footsteps and move to America. You can tell. They share a love of car racing and sports. 2 things Carl Philip is not good at last time I checked. If you're new here, one of the things I want to do before I die is just to absolutely troll the Bernadottes, so I just absolutely adore roasting them. So you're gonna hear that a lot when I read shit written about them. He took a gap year before entering university. It was during this time that he trained as a member of the Navy like his older brother. He began his studies at the University of Stockholm in history in the fall of 2009. He followed Madeline to the United States in the summer of 2010. Which, again, there was a very important wedding that summer that would have probably, prevented that. He followed Madeline to the United States in the summer of 2010, living with her in New York City until classes started in August of 2010 at bumfuck University of Tennessee, home of the Volunteers. Well, there, he decided to play ice hockey for the Tennessee Ice Volunteers for a year before an for injury forced him to quit. It is in January 2011 when he first C'(S) Lucy in a geography class in a huge lecture hall. What does he look like? Now that it's here. East Dakota. Ah yes, the 51st state, East Dakota. He looks a lot like Carl Phillip, this motherfucker, but has blue eyes and blonde, light brown curly hair. I thought Madeline dyed her hair, for a while at least. I hate that I know this, but I know this. He's 6 foot tall, and he's well built. And you see some projecting here. Well, not necessarily projecting, more like fantasizing / fetishizing. Moving on. Lucy Ann Kingston, born October 28, 1991, in Tennessee as the youngest child of Thomas and Ann Kingston. The light brown, blue-eyed girl. You mean light brown haired, because if you say light brown in that context, you're implying skin tone. And considering this is Tennessee and there's incest going on, I'm pretty sure the Kingstons are white. Grew up in Wheat, Tennessee, which, as we've discovered yesterday, does not exist, not far from the University of Tennessee, where she attends university studying political science with a focus in international relations. She clearly went on the website. And public administration, while also being a member of the majorette team. She has plans to attend Yale Law School because, you know, she's from bumfuck Tennessee, and of course Yale will accept that. With her biggest dream to be President of the United States. Press X to express doubt. Press X to express doubt. I'd also like to invent an OC version of my Monarch waifu to myself insert fanfic where the OC insert self into myself insert. She's quite opinionated and has a big love of sports. She's in a sorority, enjoying her time raising money for various charities. She speaks English and French fluently since her grandfather was from Quebec, Canada, where her mother was born and lived for a short time. She's also conversational in Spanish, projecting. She's completely focused on her goals for the future, with no time for romance. She has her life planned out, with romance not scheduled until law school. Okay, and then everything else is just the random. Okay, so we have, like, profiles for all the canon characters. So, Thomas Kingston, Lucy's country stereotype father. He's an army veteran and a farmer. His extremely tan skin, press X to doubt, causes many to think he's a Native American. That's not how it works, mind you! However, he only has a small amount of Creek in his lineage. He is dark brown haired with hazel eyes. He passes his love of farming on to his only son, Will. Both his children share his love of history. Anne Kingston, Lucy's mother, who was born in Quebec to a French-Canadian father and an American mother. She spent the first 8 years of her life in Montreal before moving to Tennessee with her mother when her parents divorced. She studied music at the University of Tennessee with hopes of Broadway. The dream never came to fruition, so she became a manager for a local company. Her and Thomas have 2 children, William Thomas and Lucille Ann. William Kingston, Lucy's very protective older brother, because he's in love with her, as we established. He was born in 1988 and was an incredibly talented football player. He was so good that he was recruited to play for numerous college football programs, but he chose to go with the team he'd watched since he was a toddler, Tennessee. He ends up drafted in the 2nd round of the NFL draft and plays for the Washington team. I'm not saying that. Apparently she has another blog. Royalty Southern Sports Loving at I'm gonna save that blog for later then. But for now, we're finally gonna read the goddamn fanfiction. Save. So I think we're on chapter 4. Oh yeah, we're on chapter. Okay, another time skip. It is now October 2011. Last time they were watching the Will and Kay wedding. Hooray for context. Woo! October 7, 2011, University of Tennessee Circle Park. Fuck. The Pride of the Southland plays Rocky Top as the majorettes perform. I'm assuming this is supposed to be a Tennessee thing. Wait. Do y'all think the author is projecting herself into the protagonist? Because this is, like, oddly specific. So far, Super Dark has said yes. What do the rest of y'all think? Isaac stands close by watching the mysterious girl he's seen countless times, and I'm pretty sure he's a stalker at this point if it's been, like, what, 9 months and he hasn't spoken a single word to her? But never had the courage to speak to. After a bit of liquid courage... No, yeah, he's in his 20s at this point. It's okay. He decided it was time to introduce himself. The pep rally for the game against the Georgia Bulldogs the next evening finally came to a conclusion. Who the fuck does a pep rally by the time you're in college? Maybe it's just because I'm not really a sports person, so I don't know, but still. Lucy gathered her things after a short meeting with the captain. She knew she had to make the long walk in the dark back to her dorm on the other side of campus. As she begins walking out of Circle Park, she hears someone say, "Hey! Hey! Hey!" She turns and sees a somewhat familiar face and stops. Isaac runs up to her. What even is... Oh, yeah. Okay, so I know a lot of my friend base is not American, so a pep rally is a rally to, it's kind of like a school pride event where you cheer for the team, go team, and celebrate before your team allegedly wins a sports game. I think that's how it works. I've only been to like 3 of those in my life. Hi, I'm Isaac Bernadotte. Oh, hi, I'm Lucy. I think we had a class together last semester, geography. I said, I think. You look familiar, and yeah. You look kind of familiar to me, too. I was in a geography class last semester, so it's definitely possible. Yeah, okay, well, it was nice meeting you. I have to get going. Early practice. ... Isaac just stands there, so Lucy begins walking back to her dorm. Wait! Lucy turns. Yes? You can't walk in the dark. I mean, you shouldn't be walking back alone in the dark on campus. But let me walk you so you aren't alone. Lucy's brother's going to be very jealous. Because remember, that he's in love with her. Okay, thanks, Lucy smiles. They walk in awkward silence for a few minutes before Lucy speaks. You have a bit of an accent. Where are you from? Me? Oh, I'm from Stockholm, Sweden. Yes, because, the city is very important in this case. No one in America cares what city you're from if you're not from America or the UK. I mean, unless you're me, but I hate being an American. Oh, nice. What brought you to Tennessee? My sister moved to New York and I followed her. I stayed with her over the summer and started looking into transferring to a uni here. I really liked bumfuck Tennessee, so I requested a transfer. University. Wait, what do you call it? Definitely not uni, that's odd. We just call it college. Well, that's... Lucy, sweetie, uni is the British English term. You're a smart girl. I know you're from bumfuck Tennessee, but you should be smart enough to Google British slang terms. Oh, oops. It's fine. You didn't know. So do you get to see your sister often since she's in New York? We try. My brother is coming to visit next weekend for fall break. Ah, yay. Wonderful. Oh, that will be nice to get to see him. Ah, yes, two humans having a normal conversation in human time. I'm sorry, I'm so disenchanted. I'm looking at my the amiibo cards I got today. I got some like Animal Crossing amiibo cards. And they look more I'm more invested in like looking at the cards than just reading this horrid excuse of a human conversation. Yeah, I miss getting to hang out with him. He's busy with his job a lot of the time, like my parents. What does he do? He works for our family business. I'll start working after I graduate too. Good. Flawless lie! Oh, well, that's nice that your family is getting to work together. Yeah, dot dot dot. Well, this is my dorm. Thank you so much for walking me back. Wait, she's a sorority girl, right? She lives in a sorority house then, right? I mean, I know that's not the case for every member of a sorority, but isn't living in a dorm the exception rather than the rule for sorority girls? It was really nice of you. Maybe I'll see you at the game. Yeah, I'll be there. I have first row seats this game. Front row seats, dumbass. Awesome. Well, I'll definitely see you then. Thanks again. It was no problem. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you. October 8, 2011, Georgia versus Tennessee. Okay. Lucy was overly nervous. She couldn't figure out why. She'd had this butterfly feeling in the pit of her stomach since last night. They march to the field and begin performing. As they get to the end zone, she spots Isaac. He waves and smiles. She freezes and the baton hits her in the head. Embarrassed, she picks it up and keeps going. After the football game kicked off, she looked to her left to see him again. He wasn't looking at her, but she noticed for the first time just how good looking she was. I should really not damage these amiibo cards. I spent a lot of money on them. No, stop it, focused. You can't get distracted by some boy, comma, she thinks to herself. After the game, she hears a familiar voice call her name. She turns to see Isaac. Hey, you did good. Heartbreaking loss for us, but you looked great. You know, like the rest of the twirling team. Thanks. Are you okay? I saw the baton hit you in the head. Yeah, just embarrassed. It was very unlike me. I'll hear from the coach later today or Monday. She will call and hurl her usual insults. I could be absolutely perfect and everyone else screw up and she'd still call and chew me out. It's so frustrating, so I'm dreading the rest of the night and will be until Monday, she say all in one breath. Whoa, calm down. It will be fine, I'm sure. Why don't you get changed and we can grab food? I mean, if you want. I know you just met me. I swear I'm not a creep stalking you or anything. That's why I watched you silently in the distance for about like 10 months. Well, I just made this really awkward. She laughs. That sounds great, Mr. Creeper. She winks. Meet me in the lobby in an hour. Perfect, comma, he says. Okay, we're finally done with chapter 4. Chapter 5. Isaac waits down space stairs to Lucy's door, trying to remain calm. He hears a ping of the elevator and sees Lucy step out smiling. Hey, Lucy says. Hej, says Isaac. Is hej how you say hello in Swedish, Lucy asks? Again, for this author. There is no hard J sound in the Swedish language in most cases. It's just hey. Hey, Alf! Welcome to Flower Girl that continues to hate herself by reading cursed Swedish monarchy fanfiction. Did you know that there's no hard J in the Swedish language? So if you say hey with the J, it's just hey, not hej or hey J. Yes, that's what it is, Alf. Is hey how you say hello in Swedish, Lucy asks? What? Oh, sorry, I should have said hey, but yeah, that's how you say hi in Sweden, in Swedish, I mean. So you ready to go? Yep, I'm starving. They arrive to Outback Steakhouse? Fucking... Is Outback Steakhouse even that good? I'm asking my American friend base that. I know there's not a lot of you, but still. East Dakotans caring about weird monarchs without truly having any interest in where they're from, lol. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this author is from East Dakota. The 51st state! I should put that on a shirt, damn. And Lucy turns to Isaac and says, Outback? Oh my gosh, this is my favorite restaurant. Like how we established in chapter 1, remember? Excellent choice. Isaac smiles and says, oh, I had no idea, but I'm glad you will like it then. He then thinks to himself, oh yes, score 1 for Sweetie. They place their orders and begin chatting away. They find they get along well. Which we would have shown, but that would have led to character development, which is illegal in this fanfiction. Lucy says, so you said your brother works in the family business in Sweden. What does your family do? Isaac sweats nervously. Well, we work in the public sector, yeah, with the government and some things. So yeah, that's what we do. I told you his family business lie was going to crumble within like 5 minutes. And now it is crumbling. Yeah, they pretty much do nothing, but, Jesus Christ, Isaac, at least come up with a convincing lie. Like, I'm sure you would have come up with a convincing lie in other circumstances to score hot babes. Oh, wait, no, you're a prince. Everyone wants to fuck you. Oh, interesting. And you have to work for the family business? Like, there's no way out of it? Granted, you may want to work for it. I don't know. I'm just curious. I don't think there's an option for me to not work for the business. It's passed out from generation to generation. It's just part of our lives. So, this was written before Megxit happened, by the way. A public sector job in Sweden is passed down from generation to generation? Yep, Isaac says as he smiles awkwardly. Lucy thinks to herself, well, that's kind of odd. There's totally something else with the business he's not telling me. Oh my gosh, what if his family is in the mob? What if his family is the mob? Or, you know, Lucy, you can Google Isaac Bernadotte. Like, it's 2010, Google exists, as does LinkedIn. LinkedIn exists. You can just Google him and then realize, oh wait, he's the Duke of Upland. He's a prince of Sweden. Oh, that's what he meant. What a fucking idiot. Wait, do they have the mob in Sweden? I'm going to look at this up when I get home. Way too curious now. The answer will be infinitely more disappointing than the mob. I mean, with the mob, at least you work. Earth to Lucy, Isaac says. Lucy snaps out of her thoughts. Oh, what? Oh, sorry, just thinking. No problem. So you said you speak French fluently? Oui, je le crois. Ma mère est née à Quebec. Mon grand-père est toujours à la Montréal. Yes, my mom's from Quebec. My grandfather is from Montreal. Sorry, what? I know oui means yes. My parents and older sister speak French, but I don't know the language, Isaac says awkwardly. Lucy burst into laughter. Sorry, I love doing that to people. Yeah, I said, yeah, I do. My mom was born in Quebec. My grandfather is still there in Montreal. Glad to know I'm not the only one who ended up confused then. Isaac winks. Huh, yeah. So this midterm coming up for political science for my European politics class, I'm struggling on remembering some of the Scandinavian sections. Do you think you could help me sometime before the test? Not 100% sure if comparative politics works like that, but okay. Ja, jag kan. Min blåa stamp på att falla sönder nästa helg så långt vi skulle innan dess. Oh, very funny. You did that as payback for my French, didn't you? Isaac just smiles. Fair enough. So what does all that Swedish mean in English? This time, Isaac bursts into laughter and can't get words out. Okay, okay, Mr. Laughing Hyena. Then they both go into a fit of giggles. Isaac finally collected himself. I said, yeah, I can. My brother is in town for fall break next weekend in bumfuck Tennessee or East Dakota. So as long as we study before then. Perfect then. Just text me when you are able to meet. Library sound good? Wherever is perfectly fine with me, Lucy. Isaac winks. Lucy thinks, oh crap, what have I done? He thinks I'm flirting. Am I flirting? No, I can't be. I have to focus until law school because I am an ooh-woo girl. Okay, I have to make sure he knows we are friends, and only friends. I'm glad we've become friends so you can help me on this. I'll gladly return the favor for another class sometime if you need it, Lucy says with a smile. Oh, yeah, me too. So you mentioned hockey earlier. You said you used to play for the team here? Yeah, I did. Unlikely. Until I tore my knee up too bad, so I had to quit. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. I'll adjust. I wasn't going to go pro and play in the NHL anyway, laughs Isaac. But that would have been awesome. Do you follow the NHL over here? Kind of. We follow our players. So I watch and cheer for the New York Rangers with the King. Elvis, obviously. Also, this that's not how a human would respond to that question. Fuck, this is like so out of touch. Like I'm forgetting how to communicate like a human being. Lundqvist. Wait, so you know who he is? Hockey isn't followed here, I didn't think. Isaac says, shocked. It isn't followed here too much. I mean, we have the Nashville Predators, but they aren't top notch. Plus, you are forgetting I'm part French Canadian. Oh, you Canadians and your hockey. Oh, yeah, so you must love the Montreal Canadiens then. Lucy glares at Isaac. Hell to the no. Not even if they were the last team on this planet. Go Bruins, baby. You're a Boston fan? Yep, I followed my dad's lead. Mom has never liked hockey, too brutal for her, and she lived in Montreal for part of her life. Ah, you Quebecois. Your reigning Stanley Cup champions at your service. Ah, don't tell me you love the Red Sox and Patriots too. And we may have to reevaluate this friendship based on the hockey there, boy. And nope, I don't watch baseball, so I don't really cheer for anyone. I hate the New England Patriots, that's the Devils team. I cheer for Peyton Manning, that's all, so indirectly, I cheer for the Indianapolis Colts. Well, I like the Yankees, so we won't have an issue there, it doesn't look like. It's hockey Creole, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the author does like hockey and sports. Something of which I have no real interest in, so, I'm kind of blindsided right now! And I don't really know too much about American football yet. I've caught some games on the tele, more watching the Washington team, I'm not saying that, since they are the team in your capital. They aren't too good, though, at the moment. Yeah, no, they aren't. They need to drop some good players. Like my brother, who I'm also fucking. I thought Manning played in New York, though. Nope, that's his little brother Eli that plays there. Oh, so why do you like Peyton so much? Oh my gosh, you did not just ask that, what? Oh, God, no. Ugh. You can, like, see the author seeping through this character as she just rants about Tennessee sports. Peyton Williams Manning, former quarterback for the Tennessee Volunteers, was robbed of the Heisman in 1997, won an SEC championship, and went first overall in the 1998, drafted in 1998 to the Colts. He's a freaking legend. He has a street named after him here. Like, people here worship the ground he walks on. I know I said last time my dad went to an SEC school. And for those of you who don't know, SEC is one of the, like, college sports alliances here. But, Jesus Christ, this is intense. He's the king of football, and we don't care to let people know it. Oh, yeah, so you are really passionate about that, huh? Yeah, I'm Southern, Lucy says and giggles. I'm Southern too, and I don't give a shit. Okay, I get it. That's your culture, Isaac smiles. Depends on which part of the South you live in, honey, bunny. If it's Tennessee, I guess it's whatever the fuck the Nashville team is. If you're in Texas, it's most likely the Cowboys, unless you're in Houston, in which is the Texans, who are a shitty team last I heard. If you're in Louisiana, it's the Saints, so on and so forth. He thinks to himself, okay, so she thinks we are friends, which we are at the moment. I'm going to change that, though. There's something so special about her. I don't know what. I'd have to call him Mad when I get home. Isaac takes Lucy back to her dorm. She thanks him for dinner, gives him a hug, and heads back up to her dorm room. An hour later, Isaac dials his sister's number. Well, how did it go? Madeline says without even saying hello. Hi, sis, I'm fine. Thanks for asking, Isaac says. Sorry, but I want to know about the date with Lucy. Well, it went fine, but she mentioned us being friends. Oh, well, you will just have to change her mind. Was there any chemistry? I don't really know if there was chemistry. I mean, we have a lot in common. She's funny, sweet, smart. Apparently not smart enough to just Google Isaac, and really good looking. Oh, you've fallen for her hard, little brother. I've never heard you say those things. But she thinks we are friends, sis. She hugged me to say thank you. I just wanted to pull her face up and kiss her then, but I couldn't. It was a perfect hug. I didn't want to let go, but then I realized if I didn't, that would be creepy, so that wouldn't help my case. Ah, yes, because, as you know, everyone in Sweden wants a princess from bumfuck Tennessee. No way. You'll have that, like, glamour model, quote unquote. Never mind. Tennessee would be an improvement. In defense, and I might be missing fanfic context, I don't normally Google people's names. Unless there was some reason she should have been tipped off. She was tipped off that, Isaac's story didn't add up, and he is the Prince of Sweden in this story, so that. That wouldn't help your case. You just are going to have to be patient. Show her you two should be more than friends, but you have to take it slow. I remember I gave that advice to someone in the past. And then they didn't follow it and suffered immensely as a result. I want to meet her. What? You can't meet her yet. We are just friends, and I don't know how to show her we should be more than friends. I know. I'll come visit with Carl Phillip, and then I can come early, and you can let me meet her. No, just no, not gonna happen. You'll open your big mouth and rat me out that I'm crazy about her. Oh, so you are falling hard. Fine, yes. You know what? I'm calling Cat Poo. Bye, sis. He hangs up the phone and dials his only brother's number, in case you forgot. Isaac, why are you calling me at this time, early in the morning? Maybe there's something wrong, Cat Poo. Give him a chance to explain, Sophia. Apparently Sophia's on the line, too. Apparently, the glamour model, the reality TV star, who I'm pretty sure did porn while underaged, is on the line, too. Who the fuck calls their brother by their two names? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep calling him Cat Poo, though. Because he's pretty much Cat Poo. Okay, fine. Is something wrong? Kind of. Well, no. I need advice and Matt isn't helping. You've got to be kidding me. This can't wait until, well, when normal people are up. Dude, it's only 9 p.m. here. Normal people are up. Alexa, please explain to Isaac how time zones work. I actually don't have Alexa in here. This isn't a sudden scene shift. He just, dialed a new number. Well, they aren't in Sweden. What's going on? I had a date with Lucy tonight, but she mentioned being friends, so I guess it wasn't a date. And I know you were coming in this weekend. Matt says I need to convince her, but I don't know how. Okay, we will figure this out when I get there. Don't worry, I'll help you catch her. I'm an old pro. Ouch, that hurt, Sophia. What just happened? Isaac asked while laughing. I smacked him in the stomach for being cocky. This is painful. That's what happened. I love your brother, but I have to keep in the line, Sophia says, now in the line, laughing. Yeah, that checks out, considering how much of a disaster Cat Poo looks now. Oh, Sophia, I love you. Thanks for smacking him, Isaac says, laughing. Oh, anytime. I can help. You're like the little brother I never had. But word of advice, and I know Matt probably said the same thing. Be patient. If you come on too strong, it won't end well. And that's why I started dating your brother almost immediately after we met. Yeah, Cat Poo broke up with his then-girlfriend in 2010, and, little bit later, he gets together with this Sophia chick, who probably did pornography while underage. Zing! Side note, you've never acted this crazy before about a girl in the 1 year that I've known you. This one must be special. Side note, I too speak like I write reports. I mean, I do say side note out loud sometimes, but only in the context of my videos. And that's not a normal human conversation. I'm just, talking to my camera. Oh, she is, Sophia. Across campus. Big. You know I have my plan. No boys until law school, but my stomach is still all in knots. I hugged him and I didn't want to let go. It was just so perfect. Natural. Kate says to Lucy. Yeah, I guess both, Lucy replies. Well, give him a chance. Who knows? He could be your soulmate. Maybe, but if he is, and it is meant to be, it will be meant to be when I'm in law school. Big, a normal name to call your brother. This is not the brother. This is some rando. I'm guessing a friend. That's not how love works, I'm telling you. You should let this happen, little. I'm sorry. Are they having a thing? Are they in some BDSM agreement? Why are they calling each other big and little? What? Is this just a tradition at Bumfuck University of Tennessee that I'm not aware of? It sounds like they're having lesbian sex. And I would love to see you write a lesbian sex scene, but I know that's probably not going to happen, and therefore I'm sad. He sounds great and perfect for you. Lucy sighs. I don't know. I have my schedule and plans. Plans were meant to be broken. That's my catchphrase. I rarely, if ever, plan. I mean, the most I plan is for, videos, and even then, there's always something I will change. And not write it in my script. There's always something I will change. Well, he's going to have to be pretty special to break them. Something tells me this guy is. ... Okay, we're on chapter 6 now. I'll be right back. I gotta refill my water. Chapter 6. Alright, let's get your love life figured out now that we are back from your run. You know I had to force Matt not to fly down, and Sophia to come with me. Women. Can you believe casual sexism is so funny. Cat Poo tells his little brother. Isaac laughs. Just imagine if Mom and Vic knew. Oh man, let's not tell them until after you're married. Haha, deal. Mom would be all teary at the thought of me getting married, and Vic would be over here with Matt trying to meet her before anything began. The feeling when female. Also, from what I know, I doubt that. I doubt this, but I'm not gonna bother trying to challenge that. So accurate. Let's go get food and discuss this. Sounds good, but shower first. Let's get some Mexican food. I've been wanting to try it. Yes, the best place to get Mexican food is Bumfuck University of Tennessee Town. For fuck's sake. Alright, I know of a good place down the street where we can have plain cheese quesadillas and dry ass tortilla chips because white bums in Tennessee probably have no idea how Mexican food works. Tennessee's a culinary mecca. I mean, if you want to eat like Elvis, I guess then, but you don't want to be Elvis. 45 minutes later. This is really good. Now I know why Americans love this food so much. I say as I eat my dry-ass cheese quesadilla and mashed avocado, the garbage they think that salsa is. I'm sorry. As a Houstonian, I have very strong opinions about Mexican food, okay? There is a good way to do Mexican food and the absolute garbage way to do Mexican food. I wish we had a restaurant like this in Sweden. Isaac, what are you looking at? Carl Phil questions. She's here, Isaac says with a deer caught in headlights look. What? Where? Do not react. But she's walking this way. You need to chill out, little bro. Isaac, Lucy asks, what are you doing here? Oh, just trying out Mexican food with my brother, Cat Poo. Cat Poo clears his throat. Hi, I'm Cat Poo. My brother lost his manners and forgot to introduce me. I'm dating a girl who did poor while underage, he says with a smile. There's gonna be some Swedish monarchist that finds this and writes an angry email to me about how Sophia Hellqvist is this absolute angel, but it's I thought that too when I did my original royal aesthetic video, but I've learned since then, okay? She's not really that good of a person. Lucy reaches out to shake his hand, smiling. Hi, I'm Lucy. It's nice to meet you. Isaac told me you were visiting for fall break. How do you like the States? Or, well, how do you like Tennessee so far? I like it. It's a very beautiful state. Yes, the beautiful state of bumfuck Tennessee. In ways, the country atmosphere reminds me of Sweden, which is nice. No, it doesn't. Tennessee is not like Sweden. The American South is not like Sweden. What the fuck? Okay, calm down, Flower. Cat Poo might just be trying to be nice. But given the author, I have doubts. Well, welcome to the best state in the nation. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. You know what happened when COVID hit Tennessee? You did not close down and thus had a higher infection rate, if I recall correctly. Let's find out real quick. As of October 2020, Tennessee has the 9th highest number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in the United States. So, yeah. Woof. Woof. Meow. So the most important question now, what do you think of Mexican food? Or, the bumfuck Tennessee's bland interpretation of Mexican food? I'm sorry, I can't get that out of my head. Are y'all willing to bet that this author's only experience with Latin American food is Mexican food? Probably. Cause I've had Costa Rican food before, and you guys, Costa Rican food is so fucking good. Everything is fresh and delicious, and it's it's fucking incredible. Just go to Costa Rica at some point in your lives, gang. It's amazing. I love it so much. I'm going to add one other layer of colonization to it by substituting the chicken with the meatball meat. I mean, Alf, you're Spanish, right? Like Spain Spanish. Have you, like, ever encountered, like, a tourist or some dumb fuck who thought, like, they could get Mexican food in Spain? Because I know there's, like, a term in, Latin America that, I, I think it means, like, tortilla in Latin America, but it just means potato omelet in, Spain. I love it. Isaac made a great choice. Too bad we didn't get here later. We could have joined you, Carl Phillips says. Mexico has a lot more medium presence in the American consciousness than Spain. I mean, yeah, that's fair, but Americans can at least Americans should at least try to educate themselves on the matter. It was tortilla. That's what I thought. Yeah. That would have been nice. Maybe before you go back to Sweden. That would be great. I heard a lot about you from Isaac here. Isaac blushes. Well, not a lot, just some, normal stuff. How we had class together and then a dinner and then we might study and all, and yeah. Sorry my brother was such a creeper. Cat Poo jokes. Lucy laughs. He's an adorable creeper go, but I better get going. My friends are going to be mad at me keeping them from ordering, plus all the cheese dip will be gone. Queso! Your bullshit excuse of cheese dip is supposed to be queso! It was good to see you, Isaac, and nice to meet you, Cat Poo. Nice to meet you, as well, Cat Poo says. See you later, Lucy, Isaac says. Isaac kicks his brother under the table. Seriously, CP? You just had to embarrass me there. Wait until Vic hears about this. Victoria will laugh, as will Sophia, Daniel, Madeline, Papa, Mama, Aunt Christina, or Margarita. Okay, I get it. Carphilla pays the bill and they head home. Later that night, in the dorm, ... Yeah, CP is a terrible acronym. Little, that guy was really good looking, and that was his brother? Is he single? 'Cause he is hot! Exclamation point, Kate says to Lucy, as they are having lesbian sex. I'll ask Isaac randomly the next time I see him if his incredibly hot brother is single for my big because she's already in love. And while having lesbian sex with me. Hey CP, what's on your hard drive? Oh, shut up. You're so down on love. I don't have time for it. I've told you that. Little, as was said in one of your favorite movies, Pride and Prejudice, one of these days, Lizzie, someone will catch your eye and then you'll have to watch your tongue. Yeah, well, as Elizabeth said in the movie, only the deepest love will persuade me into matrimony, which is why I will end up an old maid. As we know, that's not going to happen. I don't think you'll end up an old maid. I think you will be happily married to your Swedish husband, living in the White House and leading the free world. Because whether you believe and or accept it or not, you can have it all. Kate says as she walks out of Lucy's room when she's done with the lesbian sex. 2 months later, Isaac hears his phone ringing. Hello? Hey, do you want to study later? The final is going to kick my butt and I need a European to quiz me. Please? Lucy says. I love that you said hello in Swedish, which again is just hey, as a way of buttering me up to help you, Isaac replies. Did it work? Yes, it did. Do you want to study here? We can order a pizza. Sounds good to me. That would be a lot more comfortable than the library, which, as you know, I hate anyway, Lucy laughs. That I do know. You can come over whenever you like. Okay, I'll be over in just a few. I have to gather my stuff and get to my car. Okay, see you soon. Isaac hears a knock on the door about 30 minutes later. Bonjour, Lucy. What are you trying to butter me up for? Isaac just laughs as he steps out of the way to let her in his apartment. I ordered pepperoni just like you like. It should be here soon. You're the best. Tell that to the girls on campus. Any girl would be lucky to have you, Isaac. Thanks, Luck. Okay, let's get started. Where do you want to start? Quiz me first so I can see what I need to study the most. Isaac begins questioning her. He accidentally starts asking the questions in Swedish. Wouldn't you have like a list of the questions you would need to know the answers for? And wouldn't they be in English? Like what? Before he smacks him with a throw pillow. Oh, now you've done it, Isaac says as he starts tickling her on the couch. She goes into hysterical laughter. Stop, please, I won't make fun of you again. Promise, Isaac asks, looking deep into his eyes. Her eyes, my bad. Promise, Lucy says, staring into his blue eyes. Isaac leans in halfway and Lucy does the same. But right before their lips touch, they hear a knock on the door. Isaac gets up to get the pizza. They sit in silence eating, and Lucy starts looking over her notes over the Danish government. She gets confused looking at the constitutional monarchy part, so she gets out her computer and searches constitutional monarchy. Yes, Super Dark, this is draining. Also, Lucy, you're a smart girl. I know you're from bumfuck Tennessee, but you're a nice girl. You should know what a constitutional monarchy is! Yeah, at least they got rid of the incest subtext, thank Christ. And searches constitutional monarchy. She clicks on an article about... Oh, she's gonna find out! She's gonna find out! She clicks on an article about Scandinavian monarchies. She reads about the Danish, Norwegian, and then Swedish. She sees a picture below the Swedish paragraph of the Swedish royal family and instantly recognizes two of the younger men in the photo. She gasps! What? What are you looking at? Isaac asks. I searched constitutional monarchies. Oh no, did you see photos? Yes, I did, she says coldly. I can explain. Explain? We've become close friends and you never told me who you really were? You lied! Excuse me while I throw my computer outside the window. I didn't lie. I told you I worked for the family business. It just so happens that the family business is the monarchy. That's a lie. And my dad is the current king of Sweden. Yes, you told me that you worked for the family business, but you were always sketchy on the details. You always changed the subject. You didn't let me see who you really were. You hid it. Lucy, come on. I did it because I didn't want to make things weird. Lucy starts getting her things packed up. Well, congratulations on that there, Isaac. But you just made it where I don't know if I can trust you to tell me the truth. Friends tell each other the truth. Damn it, Lucy, you can trust me. Okay, I'm sorry, I should have told you, I'm sorry. Why are you getting ready to leave? Stop it, you can't seriously be mad. You mean to tell me you wouldn't be mad if I did the same thing to you? No, I wouldn't really be mad in that case. Lucy says with her hand on the doorknob. You wouldn't feel like you couldn't trust me if I lied about who I was? Isaac didn't lie about who he was. It's not like he was like making up a new persona as he went along. No, I wouldn't. You know why? Because I care about you, okay? A hell of a lot more than just a damn friend. I love you, okay? Just go. Lucy storms out, shocked, and gets in her car, crying and speeds back to her dorm. She runs down the hall and Kate sees her. Lucy? What's wrong? Nothing. Just leave me alone, Lucy yells as she slams the door shut and knocks on it. I mean, yeah, at least the story has plot, but sadly, we're gonna end here. All this talk of Mexican food made me really hungry, so I'm gonna order dinner. Bye for now. I love you all. Mwah.
「最初に